From the rain-slick streets of Gotham City to the arid desert of Afghanistan, 2015 has transported us across the globe and to worlds beyond. We have slain monsters for coin and breathed new life into an irradiated wasteland. The incredible size and scope of this year's biggest releases is truly staggering, and I am confident we will still be uncovering new surprises within these games throughout 2016 and beyond. This undoubtedly has been the year of the open world. But orbiting these titans are exciting, emotionally charged games that stand apart from the shadows of their competition and stride alongside them as equals. Here now are Gamesradar Plus's top 10 games of 2015. Splatoon circumvents the nasty, headshot-hunting skirmishes of online shooters by making kill counts largely irrelevant. Your goal is almost always related to keeping the area covered with your team's colorful ink. Defeating enemies is only useful insofar as it briefly prevents them from undoing your progress. Splatoon is still satisfyingly fresh, more than half a year out, with community events like Splatfest, new maps, and extra weapons. All of this is built atop a surprisingly substantial campaign mode, helping make Splatoon one of the most promising new projects from Nintendo in years.
Maybe we should start with a little, making out and see where it goes from there.
Perfectly mimicking the cheesy dialogue, contrived relationships, and far too old for the part cast of classic slasher movies, Until Dawn is both a loving homage to those films and a well-crafted game experience. It expects you to try and outsmart its designs and cleverly twist the script to remind you that you're not in control of this tale. Marvellously manipulative, Until Dawn is just as fun when you make the wrong choice and get one of the kids killed as when you make the right one and save them from a grisly fate. The entire adventure is a hoot, with plenty of secrets and choose-your-own-adventure style choices that will have you rushing to replay to see how things could have gone.
Sometimes these things can be a little scary, even terrifying, but I'm here to make sure that no matter how upsetting things may get, you will always find a way to work through it.
For all their bone-crunching combat, empowering exploration, gratifying detective work, and copious Riddler trophy tracking, the Arkham games have always revolved around the complex relationship between Batman and the Joker. And by putting so much emphasis on the interplay between Kevin Conroy's Batman and Mark Hamill's Joker, stoic versus sadistic, unyielding versus unhinged, Batman: Arkham Knight serves as a fitting finale to Rocksteady's legendary superhero series. Those divisive Batmobile sections and a few questionable side plots can't detract from the brilliant resolution between the Dark Knight and the charismatic clown prince of crime.
Rocket League is not a difficult game to describe. It's car football. Football with cars. It's just a weird one to describe in terms of what you usually say next, in that it's a smart, nuanced, brilliantly designed video game. Yes, it's cartoon cars playing soccer, and yes, they can drive on the walls and smash into each other and blast into the sky like rockets, and then when the big huge ball rolls into the goal, it explodes in a great big firework of happy paint. But while that stuff grabs your attention, it's the game's depth, nuance, balance, and deceptive skill curve that really keep you playing. Of course, in the face of Rocket League's standout spectacle, you forget all about the clever design, but that's the genius of it. If a game's so good that you forget to think about how good it actually is, well, that's pretty damn good actually.
Super Mario Maker is the ultimate 2D Mario game. But you don't even have to master a classic-style 2D platforming adventure to enjoy it. It's a level construction game, giving players the ability to create Mario levels on their own, post them online, and challenge others to overcome the most intricate and compelling Mario experiences they've ever seen. But it isn't just about torturing your fellow gamers with near-impossible jumps, towering stacks of Goombas, or treacherous spike pits. As you build your own levels, you begin to appreciate the work that has gone into the series' 2D games. Super Mario Maker brings out the game developer in everyone who plays it. And thanks to the simple ways Nintendo introduces Super Mario Maker's level building tools, just about anyone can learn to create their own Mario masterpiece.
Our goal is within reach, but we must be vigilant. If we succeed here, a new world awaits. One of our own making.
New Lara Croft returns after her baptism of blood and fire in the Tomb Raider reboot, and she's at the top of her game. Shooting, exploration, puzzle, stealth, each facet of the game is polished to a sheen, just like the visuals. The beauty of this new-gen world is breathtaking, but, appropriately for something so naturalistic, also fraught with danger. The tomb interiors are some of the best realised environments in any medium, and they're filled with canny puzzles and enjoyable treasure hunts. The sense of isolation that's been missing from the series for so long is finally back, especially if you tackle the game on its hardest difficulty, Survivor, which seriously lives up to its name.
You sent me for a reason. I was chosen for this. I will succeed. See that you do.
Hey!
It's the war. War never changes.
Obviously, Fallout 4 is gonna have an impact in 2015. Games with that much hype behind them don't go quietly into the unplayed pile. It's the experience that takes the Bethesda RPG template of large, open narratives and exploration, filling it with more content, color, and detail than any of the previous installments. It's a dangerous time sink. Had enough adventuring? Build a settlement or a perfect house. Craft some guns, tinker with your armor, or head to a random location and see what you could find. It's that flexibility and freedom that keeps people coming back. And rightly so.
I'll have that printer
Is that a
scrapped for
statement, Mr.
parts.
McDonough? Tyrant mayor shuts down the press. Why don't we ask the newcomer? You support the news? Because the mayor's threatened to throw free speech in the dumpster.
While hundreds of other games do the creepy graveyard and gothic architecture thing, Blood-Borne makes them all feel childish. Its world of cold stone and blood is the stuff of nightmares, but never purely for effect. For the deeper you peer into the depths of the lore, the more you unearth. Everything has meaning, everything has reason. The more you play, the more it gives, and you realise it's in a class of its own. Blood-Borne is the real deal.
Blood are glowing.
Vampire. Probably regenerates here.
Just 5 more minutes.
The level of passion and care developer CD Projekt Red put into making The Witcher 3: The Wild Hunt is self-evident. Combat is smooth and satisfying. Geralt is more fleshed out and flesh-bearing than ever before. The plot skips typical video game morality and presents something wholly more ambiguous. And the developer's commitment to fans, whether it's free DLC, patches that make managing inventory easier, or humorous additions like an in-game taxman sent to punish cheaters, is commendable.
Is it 1358 yet?
No.
Then fuck off.
Metal Gear Solid 5 represents the culmination of everything Hideo Kojima has worked on in his almost 30-year career. It's his most complex, accomplished and esoteric piece of game design yet, but it's also riddled with that distinct personal authorial voice that makes it much more than a collection of clever intertwined systems. Not that that wouldn't be enough in itself. You can infiltrate a heavily fortified base while blasting Hall & Oates out your Walkman, You can tranquilise sheep, goats and zebras, attach balloons to them and send them back to your burgeoning military zoo. You can find a series of cassette tapes that let you listen to a man essentially inventing the McDonald's hamburger. And then of course there's a story, an infuriating, brilliant, completely Metal Gear send-off that simultaneously celebrates 3 decades of lore and lovingly gives it all the middle finger at the same time. A fitting end to the most enigmatic series in video game history, and that, unavoidably, is why it's our Game of the Year. That's our top 10 games of 2015. Strong year? Damn right it was a strong year. And ye gods, was it ever a deliciously varied one as well. But how does our list compare to yours? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and come back for our games to look forward to in 2016.